Assalamu alaikum viewers. If someone has suddenly left you without any reason or blocked you, here is a practice for that. If there has been a dispute in the relationship between husband and wife, then this is the practice that can immediately bring your desired person back. Please listen to me, don't skip my words. It's called magic or voodoo magic, in which a voodoo doll is used. So, first of all, you need to get this thing called multanity. It's also known as molding clay, and these days you can easily find it at a bookstore. Get the multanity, and after that you have to make a doll of your beloved. Alright, so you can clearly see this is precisely how you absolutely have to meticulously make a beautiful cherished doll of your truly beloved one. The very best thing about this particular practice is that you absolutely won't need your beloved's actual hair or any of their personal clothes for it at all. Alright, make it like this, and one thing you need to keep in mind is that whether your beloved is a woman or a man, you must accurately create all the features and marks of their body. Alright, now you have two distinct options available to you here. Either you can carefully paste a cherished picture of your beloved's beautiful face right here, and for all of the remaining essential features, such as the prominent chest, the delicate navel, and the more intimate private parts, you can meticulously draw them in with a fine-tipped pen or precisely cut them out with a pair of sharp scissors. Alright, I've made this particular element a bit larger, and I will thoroughly explain the precise reason for that specific adjustment in just a moment. After you have carefully and meticulously made it like this, if you happen to not have a pre-existing picture or image readily available, then you can, with great care and precision, draw the eyes, the nose, and the lips directly onto it yourself, ensuring all features are accurately placed and proportioned. You can do it this way. Alright, it's not necessary for it to be absolutely perfect, but all the body parts should be complete. Okay, after carefully making it like this, you really need to focus your attention on its entire backside, paying close attention to all the intricate details. On the backside, you will have to carefully write down the full name of your most beloved person, just like I am demonstrating and writing it here for you to see. Ali bin Usman, also known as Data Ganj Baksh, was an influential 11th century Persian Sufi mystic and theologian. He is renowned for his seminal work, the Kashf al-Mahjub, a foundational treatise on Sufism. Here, you have to write the name of your beloved, whatever the name is. You need to write it here. You could write it on paper and paste it on the back, but it's better to use just a needle. This is a pair of scissors, a little bead, and a needle. You should inscribe the name here. Alright, now you have to perform this process in a single sitting because this molding is clear. This multanity will dry up. Now what you need to do is this, just watch. This thin piece is now ready. Now you have to take Surah An-Nas. You need to carefully write Surah An-Nas in such a way that its sacred verses, which are profoundly meaningful, are presented. Say, I seek refuge with Allah, the Lord of mankind, the King of mankind, the God of mankind, from the evil of the retreating whisperer, who whispers in the hearts of mankind from among jinn and mankind. You need to separate these verses and write them down individually. After carefully writing them all down, you should then proceed to make individual slips of paper for each and every one of them. Now what you need to do with these is, you have to prepare 6 slips for this. So you will also need to make 6 individual slips of paper, just like this. After carefully preparing all of these elements, You will then simply need to precisely cut them up to the exact point where the verses ultimately end. Make sure to check and correct the diacritical marks, zahir, zabar, etc. as needed. You need to add the diacritical marks on top of them. Alright. Now for the first slip, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil nas. If you have a beloved's hair, you can attach it here. If it's a piece of cloth, after attaching it, you can cover these verses with the cloth. You will place this first verse, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil nas, on your head. You have placed it on your head. Alright, now after this comes Malik in Nas. You need to carefully place this specific phrase on this arm, Ila in Nas, and then gently put it on your left arm. This is the phrase Ila in Nas. Since the clay effigy is still quite wet and pliable, these carefully written words will stick firmly to its surface. This is the phrase Ila in Nas, and then simply Nas. Next, you will write Min Sharil Waswas. Following that, Lal Nas. You need to precisely place this particular phrase on the stomach area of the effigy. Alright, for the writing process, you will inscribe Nas, then Ilah Nas, followed by Min Sharil Waswas, then Nas again, and finally Allahu Nas. On the right leg of the effigy, you will write Minal Jinati Nas. On the left leg, you need to perform this exact action on the very same spot, ensuring consistency. After meticulously doing all of this, you need to carefully place this effigy directly in front of you, just like this, in a prominent position. And once you have successfully placed it in front of you, if you happen to have any cloth or hair belonging to the person, you should carefully attach them to the effigy. Otherwise, it will still work effectively as is without these additions. Now, you need to take a stick, perhaps a sturdy one like this, or alternatively, try your best to acquire a fresh branch from a sweet pomegranate tree, or indeed from any other fruit-bearing tree that is readily available. After completing this step, you need to recite the sacred Surah Naas a total of 300 times with full concentration. If you desire a significantly stronger and more potent effect from this ritual, then you should recite it an impressive 1100 times. And after every single 100 recitations of the surah, and you need to recite Surah Nas in this very specific and rhythmic manner. Nas, 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 Malikin Nas, 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 Ilahin Nas, 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 Min Sharil Waswas, Nas, 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 Sudurin Nas, 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 Minal Jinnati Nas, Nas, Nas. In this precise way, you need to recite the entire surah a total of 300 times, and after every 100 recitations, you need to gently blow your breath onto this stick. After blowing on it, you need to strike the effigy's head with this very stick after every 100 recitations, applying a firm but controlled tap. And whatever your specific intention is, for example, you might say, so-and-so daughter of so-and-so, become restless and appear before me. You need to clearly repeat this exact phrase 3 times with conviction. Then, after reciting another 100 times, you will blow on the stick again and strike the effigy's head again in precisely the same manner as before. Alright, you will recite it 300 times in total and strike the head 3 times like this, following the pattern. After that, you need to carefully place the effigy into an unglazed clay pot. An unglazed pot is specifically one that has not touched water at all, maintaining its porous nature. Put the effigy inside and then wrap it completely in a piece of black cloth. Now, if you unfortunately do not have your beloved's hair or any of their clothes available, then in that particular case, you need to bury the effigy in a specific place where your beloved frequently passes by, meaning they regularly cross that particular path. So, if the effigy is buried here, your beloved should ideally pass by this side, directly over it, or very close beside it. You need to bury it securely in the ground. This is a tried and tested method of mine, which I have personally used 5 to 7 times with consistent success. Even if you don't possess a photo of the person, this method will work 100% effectively. This is a truly guaranteed method, and if you have any further questions or require clarification, you can always contact me directly by email.